We got to Big Spanish Key and we thought that we were going to anchor. We put the anchor down, picked a spot and everything, and the anchor is dragging hardcore. So we're pulling up the anchor and going to the next spot. We're not really looking for wind protection, just a good holding, because I think the wind dies for a few days, and as soon as the wind comes back, we're going. So here we go. A situation has occurred. There has been a sounding of our engine that is not good. Both of the sails are down and we are anchored, but the holding is unknown. In hindsight, the motor had been trying to tell us something. For several days, we've been hearing a clicking sound that would come and go. We never managed to track down the source, and because everything still seemed to be working, we carried on. Then, while relocating after our first anchorage failed to hold, that mysterious clicking turned into something we could no longer ignore.
The gears in the lower, the part that's got the propeller, have worn away, and now they slip. So when the motor is moving the drive shaft, it's not moving the propeller. We have two identical lowers nearly, but they're not exactly the same, so we can't just put one on the other motor. But they're close enough that we may be able to take the good parts and put them in the other lower. And that's kind of our goal right now. We know we can get to Key West. If I have to replace this in the store, and get a mechanic to replace this, it's going to be about $1,500. If we can swap the parts and make it good, if we can figure out how to make this good now, and we feel confident with it, like the gears are the exact same and they can be replaced, that's the best case scenario, and that would be no repair here, just us repairing on the deck, and then basically babying this motor on the way to Mexico. Bad situation, good bad, who's to say, but we definitely don't have motors at this moment. We can sail to Key West, and I think it's doable today. So first we're going to look at these. Do you want to try ourselves first, or do you want to try it, or do you think it's best to go over and
I want to take it apart. See exactly what the problem is, because we do not really know for sure.
That's true.
I want to see the piece that is broken or worn off or anything. I want to see, and then we'll sail. But before we need to really assess what the problem is, what the piece, which piece is broken, and see the reality of the problem.
If this is something that we can do mechanically, like it takes us 9 hours or 12 hours, but we can do it, I won't bring it to a mechanic. I'd rather do it myself. And if that's the case, all of the parts together might be like $300 to $500.
The guys are handling this pretty well with me, but not so much. We don't have working engines. We are about a nautical mile from Snipe Key.
I did it, Mom.
And we are lifting, the plan is right now, lifting the anchor. We have wind to use the spinnaker. So when the anchor comes up, the boat's gonna turn. I think that they're gonna use the spinnaker to help turn the boat. And we're gonna be sailing as long as we can with the downwind spinnaker until we get to the channel, and we're gonna turn and put the head sail, the Genoa, and the mainsail up, and sail at a beam reach until we get to Key West. And then there, we're going to ask anyone and everyone if they have any experience with what we're going through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is orange.
Wind should be pushing us right. Turn on. Okay. Are we still turning? A bit. Just a tiny bit. If we're not turning fast enough, we'll hoist Genoa to help us push.
At that point, there wasn't anything left to do except keep moving forward. The motor wasn't going to get us to Key West, so the wind was going to have to do it. Whether I felt ready or not, we still had an anchor to lift, sails to raise, and a destination ahead of us. So we just did what sailors have done for thousands of years. We set sail just with sails alone.
So it has been over 24 hours since we have lost our motor. This morning, last night, we anchored about 4 nautical miles away from Key West. We couldn't quite make it through the channel with the winds that we had, and we were also fighting a pretty strong current. So this morning we woke up and checked the winds, checked the current, the timing and everything, and lifted anchor and set sail again without a motor. Everything's seeming to go just fine so far. There has been like constant jibing, no tacking. This boat doesn't like to tack unless it has good speed. So it's just been like every 10 minutes or so, it's time to jibe. But we're getting there, we're doing it, it's okay.
And what's the plan when we get there? We throw an anchor down, let it turn into the wind, and put the sails down?
Let me get an assessment. Oh, okay, very good.
I'm actually going to be pointing even more here in a minute when we pass this
Oh, and we've got the wind
almost beam right now, right?
yeah.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Side, port, then go to starboard to get into the wind, drop the anchor, drop the sails. As the same we did yesterday.
So we're coming in now on the island. I don't know if you can see it there. So we're gonna basically have to be anchoring under sail. This will be the second time we've anchored under sail, but the first time we've had a real current, so we can't anchor and put the sails down in headwind, which means the sails are going to have power. It's going to be much harder to get them down, but we're going to do it. We have made it safely to Key West under sail.
It's been a bit of a stretch getting here, but we're here and the boat is safe and we are safe. It was pretty intense, honestly, and I didn't handle parts of it as calmly as I would have liked. There were definitely moments that felt overwhelming, but we were able to work through it as a crew. So we don't have any motors right now that work. We lost the other one earlier in Jupiter on Memorial Day when we were going through a drawbridge sideways. There is a video on that. I will link it somewhere. So yeah, it's been a lot getting here, but we have made it. We have reopened our Patreon for anyone who wants to support the journey. Right now we're looking at replacing at least one motor. Ideally it would be both, so that we've got full safety again as we continue our journey south. But honestly, we're just really grateful to be here and really grateful to have you following along with us. So for now, we're just going to take a breath and settle in. After everything, we ended up in Mallory Square. This is part of Key West where everyone comes to watch the sun go down. Street performers, music, people from all over the world just gathering at the edge of the water. It felt a little surreal being here after the past few days, like everything just slows down for a minute. You see all these different lives happening at once, and somehow it all just works here. We just walked around for a while, didn't really need to say much. It was nice, just being on land for a bit. We also spent some time at Fort Zachary Taylor State Park. The fort here was built in the mid-1800s as part of the coastal defenses for the United States. It actually played a role during the Civil War and later conflicts, even though it was never really attacked directly in battle. It's one of the older structures in Key West, and you can still walk through its original brick walls and tunnels. Over time, the area around it became a state park, so now you've got this mix of history and nature right on the water. There's a beach here too, and it feels a little removed from the busier parts of the island. After everything, getting into Key West, it was nice to be somewhere that felt steady, something that's been here for a long time. Just walking through it, you can feel how much history has passed through this place.